Good morning, class. From the agricultural microbiology, from the topic number 1, we have completed with the first point named as soil as an environment for organisms. Under that, we have seen physical characters of soil, chemical characters of soil, various microorganisms which are involved in soil and their fertility, and the microbial interaction. Today, we are starting with the second point of the topic known as role of microorganism in elemental cycle. Now, which type of elemental cycle are present in the environment? The elemental cycle present in environment are of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur and phosphorus. These are various elements present in the nature and they have their own elemental cycle. The elements which are essential components of the protoplasm. Now, what is meant by protoplasm? Firstly, the protoplasm is nothing but the translucent semi-fluid material present in the plant cell and animal cell. This protoplasm undergoes various cyclic interaction between an inorganic state to a free in a nature. Means what? This various elements which are present in the nature are in two states in the nature. First state is in combined state and second state is the free state. The repeated transformation of this element from living protoplasm to the free state in the nature constitute the cycles of element. Repeated cycle कशाची? The repeated cycle of elements from the लिव्हिंग प्रोटोप्लाझम म्हणजे बाउंड फॉर्ममध्ये. प्रोटोप्लाझम म्हणजे एखाद्या बॅक्टेरियल सेलमध्ये, एखाद्या ॲनिमल सेलमध्ये बाउंड फॉर्ममध्ये जे काही एलिमेंट आहे तो टू द फ्री स्टेट. बाउंड फॉर्मपासून ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन त्याचं फ्री स्टेटमध्ये होतं आणि दॅट होल ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन इज नोन ॲज द कॉन्स्टिट्युएंट ऑफ द सायकल ऑफ द एलिमेंट. म्हणजे एक सायकल त्याची पूर्ण झाली असं आपण म्हणू शकतो. प्रोटोप्लाझममध्ये जे काही जनरली आपले एलिमेंट्स प्रेझेंट असतात दे आर इन द reduced state. Now what is reduced state here? Reduced state means in absence of complete oxygen, whichever the element present in the nature is known as a reduced state, right? Now for example, a reduced state of carbon is CH4, means there is no presence of oxygen, and oxidized state of carbon is CO2, there is presence of oxygen in that molecule, specific molecule. This was the basic concept behind the elemental cycle. म्हणजेच काय, प्रत्येक जो काही एलिमेंट आहे नेचरमध्ये तो फ्री फॉर्ममध्ये आणि बाउंड फॉर्ममध्ये असतो. फ्री फॉर्ममध्ये कसं तर CO2च्या फॉर्ममध्ये, समजा कार्बन घेतलं तर CO2च्या फॉर्ममध्ये फ्री फॉर्ममध्ये असणार आहे, आणि बाउंड फॉर्ममध्ये प्लांट्समध्ये कसं असणार आहे तर त्या प्लांटच्या सेलच्या प्रोटोप्लाझममध्ये असणार आहे, राईट. मग त्या प्लांट थ्रू परत ते ॲटमॉस्फिअरमध्ये कसं जातं, परत ते ॲटमॉस्फिअर थ्रू त्या प्लांटमध्ये कसं येतं, तर ही पूर्ण जी काही सायकल आहे त्यालाच काय म्हणतो आपण, एलिमेंटल सायकल. सो टुडे वी आर स्टार्टिंग. देर आर completely 3 types of elemental cycle for your syllabus: carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle and phosphorus cycle. Today we are going to study in detail first cycle, that is carbon cycle. The carbon cycle is a cycle that exchange the carbon between the Earth's biosphere known as living matter, atmosphere known as Earth, hydrosphere known as water and geosphere known as Earth. Carbon cycle ची definition काय आहे? Carbon cycle is a cycle which exchange carbon between the living matter, जे काही पृथ्वीवर लिव्हिंग मॅटर आहेत त्याच्यासोबत, एअर, हायड्रोस्फिअर म्हणजे वॉटर. वॉटरमध्ये कार्बन कुठं असणार आहे तर जे काही ओशनचं पाणी आहे, सीचं पाणी आहे, त्याच्यात जे काय असतात सेल्स असतात, शंख मिळतात, त्याच्यामध्ये काय असतं CO2चं कार्बनचं प्रमाण असतं. जिओस्फिअर अर्थच्या क्रस्टमध्येच आपले जे काही प्लांट ॲनिमल आहेत ते ग्रो होतात, डेड डेके होऊन तिथेच फॉल होतात, तिथे पण CO2चं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन जास्त असतं. Plant tissues and microbial cell contains approximately 40 to 50% of carbon as their dry weight. Plant आणि animal टिश्यूच्या सेलमध्ये किती आहे? 40 ते 50% कार्बनचा साठा आहे. Cells use carbon for 2 purposes. First one for cell synthesis and second one for cell production. Now सेल सिंथेसिससाठी कार्बन का लागतं, तर वेरियस जे काही मायक्रोबियल सेल आहेत, ह्युमन बॉडीमधले सेल आहेत, ॲनिमलमधले सेल आहेत, प्लांट्समधले सेल आहेत, ते सगळे कशाने बनलेले आहेत, कार्बनने. न्यूक्लिओटाइड्स किंवा न्यूक्लिक ॲसिड्स जे काही आपल्या DNA RNA मध्ये असतात, त्याच्यामध्ये काय असतं, कार्बनचाच बेस असतो, राईट. आणि एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन म्हणजे जे काही ATP मॉलिक्युल्स तयार होतात किंवा त्याचं ब्रेकडाऊन होतं, तर त्याचा मागे कोण असतं, तर वेरियस शुगर्स असतात. तर वेरियस शुगर्स आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ वॉट, अगेन दे आर कंपोज्ड ऑफ CO2. हेन्स एनर्जी प्रोडक्शनमध्ये पण काय होतं, कार्बनचा सेलमध्ये यूज होत असतो. कार्बन इज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड इन टू द ऑर्गॅनिक सिस्टम्स ॲज CO2 इज अन ऑक्सिडाइज्ड फॉर्म ऑफ कार्बन. आत्ताच सांगितलं मगाशी, कार्बनचा ऑक्सिडाइज स्टेट काय आहे, CO2, आणि रिड्यूस स्टेट काय आहे, CH4 म्हणजे मिथेन आहे. CO2 is reduced to carbohydrates. CO2 is reduced to first of all the carbohydrate through photosynthesis. CO2 कशात reduce होतो, कार्बोहायड्रेटमध्ये, photosynthesis. As we all know, photosynthesis is a reaction which takes place in the presence of sunlight. CO2 plus H2O in the presence of sunlight and in the presence of chlorophyll pigment, it get converted into glucose and oxygen molecules, right. Hence this CO2 is reduced to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are nothing but glucose molecules here. Through photosynthesis process, carbohydrates are then used for synthesis of amino acids. हे जे काही फॉर्म झाले, CO2 चं कन्वर्जन रिड्यूस होऊन कशात होतं, कार्बोहायड्रेटमध्ये, फोटोसिंथेसिसच्या या प्रोसेसने. जे काही फॉर्म झालेले कार्बोहायड्रेट्स आहेत, ते परत पुन्हा कशात होतात, दे आर यूज टू सिंथेसाइज अमिनो ॲसिड, न्यूक्लिओटाइड्स अँड लिपिड्स, राईट. मग हे प्लांट्समधलं झालं. नाव ॲनिमल यूज रेडीमेड कार्बन कंपाऊंड्स. After death of the plants and animals, the carbohydrates and other carbonaceous substances are oxidized to CO2 by microorganism. मग आता प्लांटमध्ये हे कसं सिच्युएट होतं, तर जे काही ॲटमॉस्फेरिक CO2 असतं ते रिड्यूस होऊन फोटोसिंथेसिसच्या प्रोसेस थ्रू प्लांटमध्ये येतं. प्लांटमध्ये आल्यानंतर ते पुन्हा अमिनो ॲसिड, न्यूक्लिओटाइड, लिपिड्समध्ये सिंथेसाइज होतं. कसं, तर ॲनिमल्स काय खातात, प्लांट्स खातात, राईट. मग ते पुन्हा ॲनिमलमध्ये गेलं. ॲनिमल जेव्हा पुन्हा त्यांची डेथ होते, त्यावेळेला काय होतं, ते कार्बोहायड्रेट्स जे काही ॲनिमलमध्ये प्रेझेंट असतात किंवा इतर कार्बोनेशियस सबस्टन्स, त्याचं ऑक्सिडायझेशन होऊन CO2चं कन्वर्जन ऑक्सिडाइज टू CO2 कोण करतं, त्याचं कन्वर्जन कोण करतं, तर प्रेझेंट असणारे मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम्स. Now this carbon exists in two forms, right. First form is carbon in non-living environment and second is living organisms. We will see carbon found in the non-living part of a hydrosphere, atmosphere and geosphere. Hydrosphere means water मध्ये, atmosphere म्हणजे air मध्ये आणि geosphere म्हणजे earth मध्ये. Non-living form मध्ये कार्बन कोणकोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये प्रेझेंट असतो. फर्स्ट वन इज कार्बोनेट, CaCO3. रॉक्स, कार्बोनेट, कॅल्शियम कार्बोनेट आपण जे काय म्हणतो, कार्बोनेट दगड व्हाईट कलरचे असतात ते CaCO3चे रॉक्स असतात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल लाईमस्टोन अँड कोरल. लाईमस्टोन म्हणजे व्हाईट कलरचं जे काही लाईमस्टोन असतं ते, आणि कोरल म्हणजे आत्ताच सांगितलं सीच्या पाण्यामध्ये, ओशनच्या पाण्यामध्ये, सीशोर्सला जे काही आपल्याला शंख मिळतात ते नोन ॲज कोरल्स, त्याच्यामध्ये पण काय असतं, CaCO3 प्रेझेंट असतं. डेड ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर सच ॲज ह्युमस इन सॉईल. जे काही डेड ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर आहे ते कशापासून बनतं, एकतर प्लांट्स और ॲनिमल्स, राईट. फ्रॉम दॅट ऑल्सो इट include the carbon into the soil. Fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gas, due to the fossilization or due to burning of such fossil fuels, it leads CO2 into the atmosphere. Atmospheric carbon dioxide, which is caused due to burning of fossil fuels. Again, carbon dioxide dissolved in water to form bicarbonate and carbonates. These are some of the non-living part of the carbon found in water, atmosphere and earth. Now this is what various steps or various biochemical events which are involved in the carbon cycle is explained in very short by this figure. All can see here, this is atmospheric carbon dioxide, right. This atmospheric carbon dioxide is used by plants for what, for the process photosynthesis. Now only I have told photosynthesis is a process which takes place with the help of carbon dioxide plus plus water molecules in the presence of light and chlorophyll pigment. It converts this CO2 into glucose and oxygen molecules. Then plant take up the CO2. Plant has the CO2 molecules, carbon molecules. This animals directly feed on the plants. Then animal has the CO2 molecules. After the animal respiration, animal will take the oxygen for respiration and they will give out the carbon dioxide. Again the carbon dioxide will go into the continuous cycle into the atmosphere. This is a first or one cycle of the CO2 return to the atmosphere. Now second we will see, when this plant respires, some amount of CO2 is also given out into the atmosphere. Third is when we burn any wood, right? Wood contain various cellulose material. Cellulose is nothing but a carbon containing material. Then such type of wood if we burn, that is known as fossilization or fossil fuel. किंवा जे काही प्लांट आणि ॲनिमल मरून जमिनीवर पडतात त्याच्या थ्रू किंवा आपण जे काही जाळू प्लांट्स त्यांच्या थ्रू काय होतं, फॉसिल फ्युएल थ्रू काय होणार आहे, परत कंबशन झाल्यानंतर परत इट विल CO2 विल बी रिटर्निंग टू द ॲटमॉस्फिअर. अँड लास्टली इफ दिस प्लांट्स अँड ॲनिमल्स डाय दे विल fall remain on to the soil known as organic matter. जशाशी तशी ते पडून राहतील काय म्हणून, ऑर्गॅनिक मॅटर म्हणून. आणि whenever the plants and animals dead and fall into the soil, they are subjected to the microbial decomposition, and this microbial decomposition again will lead to CO2 return to the atmosphere by two types, and this microbial decomposition is carried out by autotrophs, and CO2 is also retained through the microbial respiration. This was about the carbon cycle by diagrammatic way. The carbon cycle involves following biochemical events. First one is entry of carbon into living matter known as reduction of CO2, and second one carbon return to the atmosphere known as degradation of organic carbon compounds. First we will see the first point, that is entry of carbon into living matter, that is reduction of CO2. Now reduction of CO2 means what? Oxidation means what? Addition of oxygen. Reduction means what? This removal of carbon compound, right? We will see concentration of carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere is very low, that is 0.03% by its volume. Whichever the plants, algae, cyanobacteria, purple sulfur bacteria and green sulfur bacteria and few heterotrophic bacteria reduce this CO2 whichever is present in the atmosphere to the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate are nothing but the sugar molecules or carbohydrates, right? By following mechanism or by the following reaction. Plant, algae and cyanobacteria. First three, this plant, algae and cyanobacteria will convert this CO2 into the carbohydrate by this mechanism in the presence of two molecules of water plus CO2 in the presence of light and chlorophyll pigment. This will get converted into carbohydrate plus oxygen plus H2O will be given out. This is a first reaction. Second, in the presence of green and purple sulfur bacteria, this 2H2S plus CO2 in the presence of light and bacteriochlorophyll, it will get converted into again carbohydrate plus 2CS plus H2O. Third one, heterotrophic bacteria whichever are present in the atmosphere, they will convert this pyruvic acid in the presence of this carbon dioxide with it will need a high amount of energy in the form of ATP, and it will convert this pyruvic acid into the oxaloacetic acid. Means what? In short, this all plant, algae, cyanobacteria, purple and green sulfur bacteria, heterotrophic bacteria, they will convert CO2 into the carbohydrates. This carbohydrates are then further used for जे काही इकडे कार्बोहायड्रेट्स फॉर्म झालेत, right? This one carbohydrate, this carbohydrate. These carbohydrates are then further used for the synthesis of amino acids, nucleotides and lipids. And animal take reduced carbon compounds from plant. Animal काय घेतात? They take only the reduced carbon compounds from plants. Reduced carbon compounds of plants are nothing but the carbohydrates. Second one, carbon returned to the atmosphere. It is known as degradation of organic carbon compounds. Carbon in the form of CO2 is returned to atmosphere. आताच सांगितलं कार्बन कसा रिटर्न होतो atmosphere मध्ये in the form of carbon dioxide through the various following processes. First one is the burning of fossil fuels such as coal, oil, natural gas. आताच आपल्याला माहिती आहे कोल, ऑइल, नॅचरल गॅस जाळल्यानंतर जो काही ब्लॅकिश कलरचा स्मोक एअरमध्ये डिस्पर्स होतो दॅट इज नथिंग बट द CO2. Burning of forests and agricultural residues. Again I have already told wood contains cellulose which is made up of the carbon dioxide. When we burn this such types of forest and agricultural residues, it will directly lead to give out the CO2 into the atmosphere. Respiration by plants, animals and microorganisms will also lead to give out the carbon dioxide and degradation of organic matter. These are the four ways by which these are the four processes by which carbon will be returned to the atmosphere. Degradation of organic carbon compounds occurs in plants, animals and microbial cells, resulting in the formation of CO2. Degradation of organic carbon compound in plants will result in the formation of CO2. Organic carbon compound or organic materialचं degradation झालं तर कशाचं formation होतं? CO2. The organic carbon compounds eventually deposited in the soil are degraded by microorganisms which will degrade organic carbon compounds, right? जे काही ऑर्गॅनिक कार्बन कंपाऊंड्स सॉईलमध्ये इव्हेंच्युअली फॉल होतात किंवा प्लांट्स ॲनिमल मरून पडले की त्याचं डिग्रेडेशन कोण करणार आहे? ऑब्वियसली आपले मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम. अँड दिस मायक्रो ऑर्गॅनिझम विल बी degrade the following compounds and it will return the CO2 into the atmosphere. The most abundant organic material in plants is cellulose. आताच सांगितलं जे काही organic material as in the form of carbon which is present in the plant is nothing but a cellulose. And it is readily attacked by many species of bacteria, actinomycetes and fungi. This is most important. Bacteria, fungi and actinomycetes are involved in conversion of or attacking the organic material which is fall down into the soil. As we are studying microorganisms involved in elemental cycle, these are the three microorganisms which are involved into the carbon cycle. These are the principal microorganisms which will degrade the organic carbon compounds. Initially the cellulose which is present into the plant, it will split into the cellulose in the presence of the enzyme cellulase. This cellulose which is already degraded, this cellulose which is already degraded, it contains the 2 glucose units. This cellulose is furtherly degraded or split into the glucose molecule by the enzyme beta galactosidase, and this formed glucose molecule is readily metabolized by various pathways like EMP pathway and TCA cycle and ETC cycle, and it yields the complete oxidation of the glucose yields in the formation of carbon dioxide, water and energy, right? By this way carbon will be returned to the atmosphere. First step, this cellulose is present in the plants. This will degrade into cellulose by the cellulase enzyme. This cellulose will be degraded into glucose by the enzyme beta galactosidase. This formed glucose will be totally oxidized by various metabolic pathways such as EMP pathway, TCA pathway and ETC pathway into the CO2, H2 and energy molecule. Similar pathways occurs for degradation of other major plants tissue substances such as hemicellulose, lignin and pectin. As I have told, plant contain the cellulose, plant also contain the hemicellulose, lignin and pectin into their tissues, and similar pathways are occurring into the degradation of same these molecules. CO2 may also originate from decarboxylation of amino acid as well as degradation of lipids. You have seen the practical decarboxylation of amino acid in second year. CO2 may also originate from this process. The burning of natural oil, gas and coal release large amount of CO2. And over the past 100 years, the net increase in the air has been 15% of CO2. As compared to this, the amount of CO2 which is increased in 100 years is very low, but it can affect. Why it can affect? As increase in CO2 occurs, the increase in temperature of the earth also occurs. An increase in temperature of earth crust means no, it is known as a greenhouse effect. In combination of CO2, other also compound or other greenhouses gases are also there, such as methane, nitrous oxide, uh, hydrofluorocarbons and etc., which will lead to greenhouse effect. Hence we should not increase the CO2 load in atmosphere also, because of what? Because of it will increase the temperature of earth and it will lead to the greenhouse effect. Here we have completed our carbon cycle.